Hi there. Welcome to the first lesson of the third module. That's the AI Developer Toolkit module. And this first lesson is titled From API Call to the Final Product. So, if you're like most software engineers, you probably already tried calling an AI API. You've tried to send a prompt and you've gotten a response, and you think, cool, but what do I actually do with this? So that's the gap we're trying to close in this lesson, because the difference between experimenting with AI and building AI powered products is not the model, it's how you integrate that API into a real application flow. Think about your typical work today. You build APIs, you connect services, you take inputs, process them, and you return output. What we're doing here is exactly the same, except that one of your services is actually an AI model or an LLM. Let's make this practical. So imagine you're building an internal tool for clients, maybe a support dashboard. Today, support agents manually read tickets that customers submit, and then they'll write out their responses. Okay, so imagine you're adding one new feature, which you might have seen before: generate suggested reply. Okay, that single feature is powered by AI API or an LLM API. Under the hood, it's just a mechanism by which you input a customer message, then you process an API call, and then the output is generated. That's just it. But this lesson is about understanding that pipeline, okay, and then implementing it. Once you understand this pattern, you can build summarizers, you can build powerful chat assistants, you can build code generators, and then you can build internal productivity tools. All are using the same core building block. All right. Now, let's break it down. Every AI powered feature that you're going to build will follow this simple structure, which is number one, capture the input, which the customer either speaks or types into a text field or something. It could be a user message, it could be a document that is uploaded, it could be a form field, it could be anything. The second step means you're going to send that request to an LLM API. Okay, you're going to structure the prompt like we've touched in module 2, and then you're going to call the model. Then the third step is you're going to receive the response. The model is going to return the generated output, like we saw a bit of, and then you're going to use that output finally in your app, like you probably normally do normal AI applications. You're going to store it, transform it, or you just pass it downstream in case you're not displaying it to the user immediately. So that's the entire system. All right. If you're already building REST APIs, this should feel familiar. So nothing too different. But the difference is, instead of calling your own microservice or calling an API endpoint, you're actually calling an AI model or an LLM. Now, we're going to do an example with Python, the requests. We're going to just do a quick overview of this again in the code. Demonstration which accompanies this sample. So in that example, we're going to take something step by step, and this is different from the one we did when we were trying to understand context and the context windows and prompt. Here, we want to see how calling API services differ from calling endpoints. Now, your system is modular, okay, and your front end actually doesn't care about the API provider. So your front end still works just exactly the way your front end will work normally, all right? But this is exactly how companies are integrating AI, today. They abstract the AI layer into the normal flow that you're already used to, and then they treat AI as a service, just like a third-party, endpoint, or a third-party REST service. This pattern is being used widely. Whenever you're having something like even Copilot calling in a developer workflow, or you're drafting replies, or you're summarizing tickets, or you're classifying issues, this is the same endpoint. And this code demonstration is going to show you that four-part flow very clearly, and to let you know that this is actually the foundation of so many applications. So I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.
Thanks for watching.